What is up everyone, welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So on this video we are doing, or finishing in this case, we are finishing the EZA for the ROF Blues, which obviously we know at this stage that they seemed very underwhelming, but time has come to show us that they are actually better than what we were anticipating. So they are weak to sworn enemies. So this is the team that I've been using. Not very hard, easy A anyways. Let's jump in. I'm gonna put this on auto while I talk to you guys. So in terms of their easy A, they definitely have probably the shortest. Yeah, they probably have the shortest passive that I've seen in a very, very, very long time. You look at that passive and you're like, that cannot be a 2026 unit. They seem super, super basic, but for all the basic that they do have, they are actually quite solid in what they can actually do. So, what do I mean by that? I mean that both Goku, but more Vegeta obviously, but both Goku and Vegeta are capable of doing not just a lot of damage, but they're also capable of doing amazing in terms of tanking uh, against the hard bosses that we have nowadays. I'm talking about Bio Broly, I'm talking about the Gammas, I'm talking about Red Zone Metal Cooler, Red Zone Baby. They can perform. They can perform in those stages, and I was actually quite surprised after I saw that passive and how underwhelming they seemed. I was actually quite pleasantly surprised when I saw videos from other content creators showing how they perform, and I was actually quite satisfied. I'm not gonna say that they're like top 10 in the game or anything like that. No, no, not even close. But from the expectations that we had, which were very, very low, let's be honest here, they they surpassed the expectations, and that's all I can ask, I think, when we get all these kinds of EZAs. And this is a Dokkan Fest EZA. We cannot expect that a Dokkan Fest EZA is not gonna be able to at least put up a fight in this content nowadays. So, yeah, like I said, definitely not the best EZA. In my opinion, Tech Pen is like 10 times better than them, but they're not like at the level of AGL Trunks. No, no, they're not. AGL Trunks, for me, personally, this is my opinion, so you take it with a grain of salt if you want, but AGL Trunks for me was the worst EZA that this game has ever released, in a way that obviously there is not the worst EZA in the history of Dokkan. But if you think about the content that we have when that Trunks EZA came out, he definitely is the worst EZA of all time in Dokkan's history. Why? Because if he had that exact same EZA like 5 years ago, yes, sure, absolutely, he would have been very, very good. But we're talking about 2025, man. We're talking 2025, and Trunks EZA, we need for him to perform against the Red Zones. We need for him to perform against the Broly for the Hybrid Saiyans mission. Which, by the way, guys, I still haven't been able to do. I have been trying that mission over and over and over and over again. And I just cannot do it, man. That Broly at the end just washes me. Like, he completely wipes my ass, man. He is so he hits so freaking hard when he's fully built up. He hits so freaking hard. And there's no one in the Hybrid Saiyans team right now that can tank his super. There's not. There's no one. The most that we can get with the Hybrid Saiyans mission is Pen barely surviving if she's rainbowed, obviously, and if she has decent equips like defense equips, like stats equips, she can actually survive, but she barely survives. It's not like she can tank that for double digits. No, she barely survives. And the thing is, the Hybrid Saiyans team does not have a million HP like the anniversary teams. But yeah, I'm completely digressing now. So we were talking about these guys EZA in comparison to AGL Trunks. Like I was saying, AGL Trunks, the thing about AGL Trunks EZA is that he was released in 2025. And in 2025, we have certain expectations, we have certain standards of what we want from the units that they release. And when Trunks came out, I was like, dude, he's a dodge merchant. He's a completely dodge or die character. Because he has the like 50 additional chances, but they're not guaranteed additionals. And 90% of the time that I use that guy, I only get additional normals. And obviously that gets me going when I talk about AGL Trunks. I get really salty because he should have been so much better than what he actually is. And I am actually extremely disappointed with Dokkan when they released that unit because he's not good enough. He will never be good enough. And if he had a time to be good enough, it would have been the time that he was actually released. Which is not. He's definitely one of the worst EZAs in Dokkan's history, if not the worst. Because we're comparing the time that it came out with the content that he's supposed to perform in. Okay? So the ROF Blues, they can perform in today's content. They will be absolutely dog shit in a year's time. They will be absolutely dog shit probably in 6 months. But right now, in the content that we have right now, today, they can actually perform. And they can actually put up numbers. And they can actually tank these bosses' supers. And obviously, this is a meta where dodge is very important. And what does Vegeta have? Dodge. What does Goku have? Dodge. So, I'm actually okay with their EZA. I was very disappointed when they released their details. I thought they were like, okay, here comes another AGL Trunks, like similar type of EZA. I was actually very disappointed. But then I saw them perform and I was like, okay, maybe they're not that bad. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. I take back the words. I take back the thoughts that I had when they came out. When the EZA details came out. I'll take everything back. I'll take all of it back. They can actually perform. And obviously, they are a sub-lead for the Realm of Gods, so they can actually be quite solid as a lead for Battlefield, for example. So they do have some uses. They do have some uses. And right now, with Dokkan, that's all I want from a unit, is that I can have like certain situations, certain instances in which I can actually use the unit. And as long as I have that, I will be happy. But yeah, guys, you can let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts about these guys' EZAs. what do you feel about the 11th anniversary so far? Like, I haven't even began talking about the 11th anniversary. That would have that has to be for another video because we're almost finishing with this EZA. But I will just say this: the 11th anniversary right now in my books is probably like top 3 worst anniversaries of all time. There's no content. The units kits are amazing. The units animations are amazing. I'm not saying otherwise. But we need content. We need good EZAs. We need a free-to-play LR, which we haven't gotten. Everyone thought that Majin Ku was going to be the free-to-play LR, but no, it's just a TUR. They better not fumble the 8th year anniversary EZAs. They better not fumble them, because if they fumble those EZAs, I can guarantee you guys that the community will absolutely be fuming. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for the ROF Blues EZA. I am going to do the battlefield now. I'm gonna use these guys as my Realm of Gods sub-lead. Let me just EZA them really quick on camera. I just need to mute the music. 1 second, guys. So we want Realm of Gods. And we want to EZA these boys. And there we go. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed me venting about the AGL Trunks EZA. This was a video supposed to be talking about the ROF Blues EZA, and I ended up talking a lot about Trunks. But, I mean, it is what it is, guys. If you liked the video, consider dropping that like for me, consider subscribing to the channel. I post daily Dokkan videos, and I love playing this game, as you probably can tell by the way I talk. So I thank you everyone for the support, and I will see you on the next Dokkan Battle video, guys. Take care, have a rest of a wonderful day, night, wherever you are on the globe, you know the drill, and see ya later, guys.